So there's something under your chair. Can you just pick it up for me?
Huh. That's my mom.
There's you.
Did my mom send you this?
So can you show us the picture and tell us who's in it?
So she is my mom.
Okay.
And he is my brother. He have 1 year older than me. Yeah. And this is me.
How old were you then?
I think I have like 4.
Okay.
Yeah, and my brother 5.
Where is this?
This is in Los Angeles.
Okay.
And I lived there for 6 years, and it is really in the south of Chile. So it's kind of cold weather, like similar to here, I would say. So we lived there like for 6 years. Yeah.
Okay. And you spent most of your life in Chile?
And yes, I lived there until have 9 years old, and then I moved to the capital of the country, Santiago, and I lived there for 13 years, and then I moved here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you moved here. Why'd you move here?
In support my husband education. And I've been with my husband, like we start to be boyfriend and girlfriend when we had 19 years old.
Okay.
And then we get married when we had 26, and we moved here.
What was your first impression when you got here?
Well, first of all, like this city is really similar to the city where my husband come from, Valparaíso, which it is close to the ocean and have different house with different colors. So it's pretty similar. So I feel like, okay, this is look nice, you know, it's good. But I was afraid. I didn't speak nothing at all of English, nothing, just my name. So I was kind of afraid about like how I can communicate if I am lost, you know. My husband started the university, so I was alone at home waiting my work permit. So I was like, what I can do here? So I remember I lived actually really close to here, and I walk 2 blocks, and I returned to my home because something can happen to me, you know.
You were scared.
Yeah.
Were there any experiences that stand out to you where you're thinking, oh wow, I do really feel different here?
Yeah, of course. Well, first of all, I am a commercial lawyer back home. I studied 7 years to being a lawyer, which was super hard. I worked 7 months, and I moved here without language, without any certification of my background, which it is impossible to do it. We don't have a school for lawyers here. So I was like, okay, I cannot be a lawyer. So I feel like reinvent yourself, start from the scratch, was the first challenge. And then, of course, face all the challenge of which newcomers we have here, you know? Not here, I feel it's normal when you move to any other country with other language, with other culture, you will face this challenge. I like to talk about challenge and not barrier, by the way, because it is a challenge. Mm-hmm. Barrier is something you cannot go through. This is a challenge. So, and I feel disconnect from myself. I remember I work in a coffee shop, and some people, I remember one day they told me like, oh, Connie, you are so cute because you talk so cute. And I was like, well, really, I am not cute person. Like, I am friendly, but I don't think cute will be define my personality. So I was like, no, I am not cute. I don't want to be cute. That is not me. So I feel frustrated because when you cannot communicate yourself, you cannot talk, you cannot express, so then you don't feel yourself, right? So I feel, yeah.
Were there any other times where people did that to you, where they assumed you were somebody or someone else? Not like a different person, but a different identity. Like you came in as this lawyer and you were trying to refigure out who you were. Did people assume what your situation was?
Yes, 100%. Some people assume, like, because you come here, it is for the reason your country is not good enough, or you don't have opportunities in your countries, or you come looking for a new life, like come for a dream, Canadian dream. And no, I come here and support my husband's education. I have education too, like I am a lawyer. So, I think some people helps thinking, assuming one situation. And then when they saw like, oh, this person was professional, oh, this person have a normal life in Chile, same like here, like even more big, my city looked like Toronto. So I am used to big buildings, big malls, and big construction, and they think you come from, I don't know where, but from one place where you don't have a city, I don't know, So then I realized like, this person of course helped me because they thought I am poor, and it's not true. And yeah, so I faced some of that situation, and I feel sad, like, and because people assume that, like, oh, you come from one poor place because it's Latin America, and really not. It's not true.
Did you feel like you were connecting to people here?
Newfoundland is welcome, but it's not friendly. But that, it doesn't mean Newfoundlanders are not friendly, because they are the most friendly and happy people in the world. But I feel the system make the things not friendly.
How?
Example, transportation. I didn't have a car for 1 year. Like, if you want to go to buy groceries for your home, it is like you need to take the bus. In the winter, the bus sometimes comes 5 minutes early. And if you lose the bus, you need to wait 1 hour. In the whole street with the snow and wind, also English classes for newcomers. Like, if you moved here, like, at that time, I didn't have a work permit. I was the wife of one international student, so I don't have permanent resident. I didn't was a refugee who I feel exists different programs who help you depending of your status. But I didn't fit in anything, any kind of program or something who can help me. So at that time exists one organization who provide English classes, and I need to pay $250 per month, which one for a young family who come here for studying, in the university, you cannot afford that. Like, it's so much. So it was hard to find the place. It is hard to find information. And I feel all the services, it is like, oh, go through internet and check, figure out. Well, not everyone have access to internet, or call to this number. Do you know how hard it is? Call someone in English when you almost don't understand, and they ask you some things and you are like, what, sorry, I don't understand, and you cannot see the person, like the face, how, like all that is so important. So I feel the system is not friendly. However, I recognize a huge work from part of the government to work with the newcomers. But I feel still we need to make a lot work and to improve services for newcomers.
So beyond making the transit and the information more accessible, and having English classes, where do you see areas for improvement to make it more accessible to people coming in?
Okay, so first, when one person arrives here, that person arrives for any reason, work, studying, or any reason, that person comes with family. if you just impact or focus in one member of that family, you will have a whole family behind without access to services. So then, when that person graduate or find a job and the other one cannot access to anything else, that person could be told the other one, let's move to another place with more opportunities for everyone, not just for you. So I feel there is a huge gap in where the services provide service and which person or member of the family they are impact or work, like they can make a better job to include the whole family, the needs of the family, not of one member of the family, right? In my case, wife of international student, we come here and we don't have access to English classes. Then nobody recognize my background, not just only in law. I know a lot of people who come here like doctors, like accountant and all that, and they are working maybe in a coffee shop. We have so many skills there. Like at that time, I remember I was in one service provider, and I said, like, I am a lawyer. I don't care what to do in a law firm. I can make coffee, I can clean, but I need to be in that environment. I will figure out after how I can go up, but I need to be in that environment. And was like, oh no, you can work in a coffee shop, in a supermarket, or in a cashier and I was like, I understand maybe that is the first step, and I faced that first part to work in a coffee shop, which was the best experience. But then after a while you think like, no, like I need to make more, I can make more. So I feel that part when you need to prove the rest of the people who you are, that make you feel you don't belong here. Because you need to still prove everyone who you are. You need to show your skills, and you don't have the opportunity to show them, right? So I feel that make you feel angry, that make you feel like frustrated, and after that make you feel, I don't belong here, I will looking for another place. And I feel that is the key part of retention here. If you don't feel the newcomers in home, they will leave. And they don't come back to home. They leave the province. They move to other province in Canada.
Okay, but you made it almost 5 years here now. How did you do that?
Well, was a long process, but so I am a planning person.
Okay.
So I say like, okay, the reality is I need to learn English first. So I find a place which is closed today, unfortunately, but in that place they offer English classes for free and they don't ask for your status. Just come and learn English. So I was there for 3 months. After that, I realized I can make an interview. Not best one, but enough. I prepared the interview, of course. I saw videos and things. And so I had an interview in a coffee shop. I get the job. And at the same time, I started doing volunteer in the farmer's market. Volunteer here is a key part which nobody explained to you. Nobody make volunteer in my country. But here it is like you should, right? So I thought like, okay, I will start to be a volunteer in the farmer's market. And then I realized this is the perfect place for make a business. It is a really good niche. You are connected with the people. And so I start to watch and like to see the other businesses. And I say like, okay, this is good, this is not, like I can make this maybe. So I start to take a lot of attention in my context, in Newfoundland. Where is the gap here? So then I have my first child, Mateo. I was in my maternity leave. Enjoying my maternity, new mom, looking for beautiful things for my baby. And at that time was really popular the bandana bib. So I tried to find a bandana bib because you invest a lot of money in the garment of the baby and then you need to put a plastic bib, ugly, you know. So I was like, I need a stylish bib. I started to go around the town looking for this bib, and I remember I found one, super expensive in downtown. And my mother-in-law was here and she told me like, I give to you this bib. We bought the bib, not a lot of options. I choose the less ugly, you know, like, okay, this one. I come back home super happy, excited. I try the bib in my baby and the bib, it doesn't have baby snap or something. You just need to make a huge knot like this. Here in the back, the baby at that time, 3 months, they cannot sit down for themselves, so they are all the time in their back with this huge knot here like this. So I realized like, oh, why nobody put a snap or something, you know? And I thought the bib was a triangle of fabric, and I thought like, this is a good niche. I will start with a baby store. So I bought my sewing machine with the tips, with I save in my coffee shop where I work there. And I bought the sewing machine. I started to watch videos on YouTube because the baby sleeps all day, so I have time. I started to make bibs, and then I started to make cover for breastfeeding. Then I start to make like a hat, shoes, and then is how Newfoundland, my baby store, born.
So your business and your work was the thing that connected you the most here?
100%. I feel today, I feel myself, I feel better than Chile, like a lawyer.
What is it? Can you describe that feeling? What is that feeling of feeling yourself?
I feel I don't need to prove anyone who I am because they know who I am. They know the kind of woman I am. They know my skills. They know, it doesn't sound really good, but they know how good I am in my work.
They see you.
They see me.
Knowing that, knowing your journey, everything you've been through, all these stages, if you were to meet a young version of you, it's not specifically you, but a young girl coming from Chile in her 20s, or being born in this province right now, right?
Yeah.
With your identity, with your culture, your heritage, what advice would you give them for navigating life here?
Okay. So I think 2 key values you need to have to be successful. One is resilient, and the other one is have the capacity to reinvent yourself any time of your life. Because nobody gives you any guarantee about the future. Look, like now, how many people was super successful, they think they have everything, and after pandemic, they lose everything? Maybe others take the pandemic as an advantage. But what I mean it is like, I was a lawyer in my country, happy with my language, with my culture. I moved in one day to Canada without language, without profession, without nothing. So you don't control your future, but if you get a positive attitude and just dream, you can do it.
Was there a moment where you were just in your head, you're like, oh, this is home now?
Yeah, I run. I would like to go to run. And I feel this was the first year which I start to run early, like when we have snow, it's still snow, but I need to go outside home, you know? So now with the spring, you know, the smell of the environment, and I start to feel this smell, and I was like, this smells like home. Like, I remember this smell from last year and from the other year. And just I smell that smell from flowers and trees. And I remember home, you know? So I have that sensation this year. And when I ran and I make all this process in my brain, I was like I really appreciate where I am.